Spelling of your name?
Just Eric, E-R-I-C, Muchler, M-U-T-C-H-L-E.
I got you. Okay. Eric, why did you do this? What was the motivation for the project?
The whole motivation for the project was to prove the process of the melted metal, the direct metals that we're using. I heard naysayers, well, it doesn't hold tolerance, or it's not cast parts are stronger than direct metal, and I was out to dispel that in something that I like. We pushed and got our '07 manufacturer's license, and I went to Philip, the lead of our metals department. I said, hey, let's build a Glock barrel. And he's like, yeah, not a barrel. So, well, let's go. I let that cool off for a couple months. So let's build a 1911. He goes, well, sure, like a desktop, you can show all the moving parts. And I said, no, I want to shoot it. He goes, well, not the barrel, right? I said, no, we're doing the barrel too.
So are you a gun guy? You seem like you're pretty handy with the firearm.
It's a byproduct. It's just nature of my upbringing that I'm prior military, Navy. I wouldn't operations or anything. It's just an engineman. So mechanical's really good to me, and I love all the mechanics and the workings that go into a firearm.
Why a 1911? Why not a Glock barrel? Obviously the whole gun is part of the thing, but why did you choose? Obviously the 1911 is a fairly iconic firearm. Is there a particular reason did you know that when you chose it?
Probably familiarity. For one, it's open source. We knew we shouldn't get in trouble for downloading 1911 inspired software, CAD data to build in the machine. So I knew that it would be definitely a way to go versus polymer Glock, and it has the most metal components of many weapons that I know.
Now, is this one going to be for sale? I heard your boss say that they're looking to sell some of them for, what, 10 to 20K was?
Some of them, the price is a little high, but they do value them as collector's item because it is, as far as we know, the first 3D printed from powder. I mean, that thing was in a bag of powder before it was built, and now it's a functioning firearm just due to a laser and a little bit of CAD software. So from there, will that one be sold? Probably not. I don't know if it's open yet, but we'll probably find somebody to give it a good home in a museum somewhere if there's a desire for that.
Now, are you aware of any of the political implications of this, or did you guys do this purely as a scientific and engineering experiment?
It was a scientific and engineering, and I was hoping it wouldn't go political to the nature. We got the Cody Wilson, and I respect what he does, but as a corporate company, it's not something we support. We want things done legally. That's why we got our '07 FFL. And we knew that we could legally produce this for internal use, and it's kind of spiraled down that, you can print those at home, but that machine, I don't know if you've seen the price tag on one of those machines, and the finishers. Our finishers are some of the finest in the world to take what comes off that machine, clean it up properly, and then from there turn it into a working firearm.
So how much does the machine cost, roughly?
I can't recall. I know it's to the tune of probably 550,000 to $1 million, I'm sure.
Okay, and then the finishing machines as well? Okay.
No, the finishing's all hand. Those guys, that was not touched with a single CNC device. It was not touched with a mill head, mill bit, no wire EDM. It was all hand done by the finishing team at our company.
And the only parts that aren't 3D printed with the screws and the spring?
Yeah, the screws, the screw bushings, the spring, and of course that stamp steel trigger bow. It's the things that, they're like, well, we can push and do that. I'm like, we can, but it's not our forte. It's not what we're good at, especially if we can get it off the shelf. But we can show the scope of, there's 34 components on that are made out of direct metal all the way down to the disc connector.
Right. Okay. Turn that off.